Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. This is the Kemet Masai Academy, and as usual our focus is on excellence. So this morning I'm sharing with you the story of one of my students, Amari Chamberlain. He's going to tell us all about himself, and we're focusing on the fact that Amari has gained a distinction in City and Guilds mathematics and a merit in English language, City and Guilds. He's also gained 2 passes in grade 3 at the CSEC exams, one in mathematics and the other in human and social biology. Amari, welcome. Yes, this is a brilliant young man, and you're going to be seeing lots more from Amari as he progresses through his academic career. This morning, we're just going to find out a little bit about him, and also we're going to be speaking with his parents, who provided astounding amount of support and encouragement and motivation for Amari. And this is so important that parents are on board. It takes three: the student, the teacher, and the parent has to be fully on board. So Amari, congratulations, first of all. So Amari is a student at the Kemet Masai Academy, the school of which I am the principal, and I'm proudly so. Tell us about yourself, Amari. Just introduce yourself, tell us your name again, your age, and a little bit about yourself.
My name is Amari Chamberlain. I'm 11 years old. And my favorite subjects are math, English, and art.
Arts and craft. Okay. When did you start school here at the Kemet Masai Academy, Amari? In what grade?
I started school in grade 3 at Kemet.
All right. And when you decided that you were going to take on the challenge of preparing for not just your PEP, because remember Amari is 11 years old, so he just did PEP. He was successful at PEP, and he's actually going to be moving on to St. George's College next week. School starts next week, right? So Amari did preparations for his PEP exams at 11 years old. While doing that, he was also preparing for City and Guilds stage 3 mathematics and English language. He was also preparing for CSEC examinations. Amari, what went through your mind when you had that discussion with myself and mommy and daddy, and the decision was made that you're going to take on all of this on your little plate?
At first, I was excited to start, and um, I was excited to start at first because I've seen a lot of videos on kids that went to Kemet and they were successful in their exams.
All right, and this is why it is so important that we have precedents, right? We have people who do it and not just do it and hide it, but show what can be done so that others who are coming can see it and use that as a beacon, as a motivation for themselves. So Amari said he was aware of other students from the Kemet Masai Academy who blazed the trail ahead of him, cleared the path, and did it. So there was no question in his mind that it could be done because he saw others do it. He heard about others doing it, read about them in the papers, saw them on the television, and now it's his turn to stand in the limelight and shine. So Amari, give us an idea of what your preparation was like for PEP. Let's start with the PEP primary exit profile exam for grade 6.
For grade 6, well, we did school from 7:30 to 5 o'clock, and 5 o'clock was extra lessons, which helps us to prepare a lot more for the PEP exams,
Mm-hmm.
and with those lessons, the PEP seemed easier
Mm-hmm.
to complete.
Right. I remember the PEP at grade 6 is a very challenging exam. I love the PEP. I love the way it is structured. Right. But remember, the grade 6 students, they have to do the ability tests. They have to do the 4 curriculum based tests. They have to do the 4 performance tasks. So a lot goes into the preparation for PEP. All right. But alongside that, Amari, you are also preparing for the City and Guilds Stage 3. And bear in mind, the City and Guilds Stage 3 is equivalent to the CSEC. All right, so City and Guilds Stage 3 and CSEC along with the PEP. What was the preparation like for these advanced subjects that usually 15, 16, 17-year-olds are doing, and you at 11 took this on?
Because when I go on the channel on the Kemet Masa Academy,
Mm-hmm.
and I see you explaining those kind of lessons,
Mm-hmm.
I've found that when you explain them, they're easier to understand, and I can understand them quickly, so I can take on the challenge.
All right. And that's why it is so important to me, students, that I put these videos out. There are over 600 videos on the Kemet Masai Academy channel. You have no excuse. You can go on and search for any topic, whether at the PEP level, City and Guilds, CSEC. Go and search and empower yourself. Now, we're just going to take a minute and share the screen so that you can see Amari's results, right? So we're not making this up. This guy actually went and did. So there it is. So this is Amari's, this is the City and Guilds. So distinction in mathematics, stage 3, and merit in English language, stage 3. And then here we have his CSEC certificate. This is preliminary certificate. So Amari actually he did not just do 2 subjects, right? He did 6 subjects. He was successful in 2, but bear in mind, he carried the weight of 6 subjects. And I'm very proud of him because he did additional maths, he did biology, HSB, English language, literature, and what am I missing out? We're leaving out one. Right. So additional math, regular math, right? So Amari, this was just awesome, right? Did you at any time during this period, did you doubt, the process? Did you doubt what was happening and your objectives? Was there any point that you said, boy, I can't manage, I can't do this, why am I even doing this?
Yes, at one point I found it like it was to carry it on.
Mm-hmm.
It was tiring, but over the time you reminded me that it's almost over, and like every time when I felt down, you always told me that it's like 1 week left.
Mm-hmm.
And so that helped me and made it clear to my mind that it's almost over.
Right. And we were there with Amari every step of the way. And I'm telling you, he went into that examination room every single time with so much confidence, just casually walking in. When an 11-year-old can get to the point where he can walk into a CSEC exam room smiling, that's awesome, right? And we can expect so much more of Amari in time to come. What are some of the things that you did in your leisure time to balance out?
So on Saturday, on the Friday nights and Saturday, on the weekends,
Mm-hmm.
after class is finished, I would like play some games between the time
Mm-hmm.
to like have a little fun.
What games do you enjoy playing?
Fortnite, FC24. Fortnite.
Okay. So now, Amari, you're moving on to high school, young man. Yes. Moving on to high school starting next week. What do you see yourself doing in the near and distant future? What is your ambition? What's on your table for the next year or 5 years?
Miss, I want to complete at least 8 subjects
Mm-hmm.
by the time I'm 16,
Mm-hmm.
so that in college it would be easier for me to understand the topics.
And what is your ambition? What do you want to become?
Miss, I would like to become an athlete or a singer.
Okay, awesome. So in wrapping things up, and we're gonna speak with mommy and daddy. Don't worry. So those parents who are watching, you're going to learn exactly what you need to do in order to provide the support for your child. Mommy and daddy are gonna come and tell us what they did. But Amari, um, what would you say to other youngsters who are thinking about taking on the challenge of doing exams that are way above their regular level?
If you're going to do the challenge,
Mhm.
you have to put in all your efforts and do all your work to complete them.
Right. And just follow the guidance of your teacher and your parents, right? Those who have your vested interest at heart, follow their guidance. Once you commit yourself to it, you have to be willing to go without certain things that the temporary pleasures, those can wait, but certainly you're going to reap the rewards of your sacrifice. All right, Amari, thank you for sharing with me, and I wish you continued success as you go along. Now we're going to speak with Mrs. Teresa Scott. Right, so allow mommy to come and join us. Welcome, mommy.
Thanks for having me.
All right. So congrats to you.
Thank you.
Yes, I was with you every step of the way, and I'm very conscious of the effort that you put in. So tell us what the process was like for you.
Well, when we first came to Kemet, we were already in tune with our vision.
Mm-hmm.
So when you said to us, Amari has the potential to do, it was an easy transition because we were already in tune with what the school, or the aim of the school was.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was an honor, first of all, to have our child chosen to do that particular program where he did the CSEC, the City and Guilds, along with the PEP. So it was, getting on board was easy because we knew that the possibility existed that he
Mm-hmm.
would be chosen to do it.
Right.
The process, very taxing.
Mm-hmm.
I will not tell any parent that it is an easy process. It is very taxing. But as you can see, the results speak for themselves.
Right.
You're expected to invest not just money, but time.
Mm-hmm.
You have to invest time. And it was easier because we had support, not just myself and daddy, but grandma was on board, uncle was on board, both uncles,
Mm-hmm.
auntie was on board. And so even when Amari was not physically present in the island, he was online for classes when he
Right.
was with grandma on Christmas break.
Mm-hmm.
So the sacrifice of no holiday, you can't sleep in your bed, believe when I tell you, because school starts at 7:30 in the morning and you're picking up at 7 o'clock in the night,
Mm-hmm.
and on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So the sacrifice is real. There was one particular morning I completely slept away.
Mm-hmm.
I was so tired that I lost track of everything. My bearings were off. But of course, when Miss call me, jump up and go, let's go.
Right.
You know, and the beauty about being Amari's parents is that he's a willing participant, and that is essential, that is important. He wants to do it, and so I had no other option but to support him in the process of doing it. So if it meant losing sleep, investing money, investing time, getting resources,
buying books,
yes.
And let me tell you, these books are not cheap.
No, they aren't. The books are not cheap.
These textbooks are not cheap.
And some of them we had to get online because whilst they were on the CSEC syllabus of recommended texts, they were not readily available. So we had a girlfriend of mine overseas who sent us some literature material and so on. So we had support outside of just, you know, family, immediate family at home. We had support.
Right. As a teacher, it's really good when you have, I like to call it, good material to work with.
Yes,
you know,
definitely.
Good material to work with. Because when you have a student, as you said, the student is ready and willing, all on board, and then you're working with parents who are all on board, it's just awesome. And only good can come from that. What would you say to parents who are thinking about giving the child that push to do some advanced work, and yet you might have relatives, they mean well, but they might not even realize what's possible. They're telling them, no, don't do that, you know, don't push him, make him do what him normally would do at his level. What would you say to parents who are in that position?
I got that even from some family members who thought it was too much. First of all, if you know as a parent you cannot push back, do not have the conversation with those kind of people. That's the first thing. But if it is that you do mention and you get that, you know, you have to end that conversation and just carry on with those people who are on board. Those people who, and I can tell you from experience, if my son calls his uncle to say, Uncle, can you come and take me this Saturday? I need a break. Can you come and let me play some video games with JJ? And he's quick to say, all right, sis, Amari needs a break now. Yes, those persons who on exam morning, they remember, oh, Amari have exam, let me call and say, just relax and go into exam. And so Amari has extra lessons. Let me check on him to see what his mental state is like, so that he doesn't feel like, oh, it's just mommy and daddy want me to do this thing. And you know, it's someone. He has other people who are there supporting. Get your village right. And your village doesn't necessarily have to be just family. As I said, I have a girlfriend overseas who is gung-ho behind him 100%. I have one in Canada and I have one in the US, and they're always supportive of our process with educating our children. Always surround yourself with the positive people. I'm not saying abandon your family because they don't agree with you. I'm saying along this process, surround yourself with positive people, with positive energy, people who see the end results and are pushing. I have a brother who's saying, before even exam was done, he said, all right, sis, so when Amari at these subjects, what are we?
Right.
You know, he didn't say, what are you going to do with him? He said, what are we going to do with him?
The village, the family.
So that is essential. The naysayers will be there, but you have to manage them. However way, either you don't tell them nothing, or when they bring up the negativity, just drop it, change the subject. You know, you don't have to get into a whole tit-for-tat with them about it, because you know what your goal is for your child, and that's what is important.
Absolutely.
As long as you are there, the child is there, and you have that positive surrounding, the sky's the limit. There's no limit, really.
Absolutely. And we definitely will be looking out for what Amari will accomplish in future. I mean, this is just the beginning.
Yes.
This is just the beginning for Amari. All right, Mommy, thank you. And we're going to chat with Daddy now.
Yes.
Come on, Dads.
Night time come to go.
Yes, Dads, it's your time. Sit right here.
Okay, I obey you.
Okay. All right,
Yes.
Dads, welcome. So we have Mr. John Scott. All right, so what was it like for you, the whole experience with Amari taking on all of these subjects, all of these different exams, and he's so little bit?
The whole thing, the whole process was not initiated by me, really.
Mhm.
Amari
Mhm.
said he wanted to do it.
Right.
And mommy jumped on the wagon and said, when somebody is saying to you that they want to do this
Mhm.
or they can do this, never doubt them.
Yeah.
Mary, well disciplined, and that says a lot. Mary have an attitude and an appetite for learning.
Mhm.
That it
Definitely.
in that is not very difficult to to lead him.
Mhm.
You just want to help him and to assure him, to reassure him that whatever happens from here on, we are with you.
Mhm.
Don't get a low grade in any of the exam and cry
Mhm.
because he's like that. And Amari used to be like that from long time. Amari does that. When Amari do something at home and Amari does it in homework or anything, I'm doing something and can't understand it properly and not getting it,
Mhm.
you wouldn't like to see that. You wouldn't like to know the type of person that he is.
Frustration.
Yes, so we know that he loves school
Mhm.
and more so he loves this place
Mhm.
and he loves Miss Kamal. And you're a good influence on Amari.
Mhm.
And we appreciate that.
Yes.
We never have any problem with coming for Amari and Amari is at school and we go for him a little late. We know that time that he spent with you will be well spent.
Mhm.
So we always feel good knowing that him is at a safe place.
Right.
But Amari is a child that anybody would want a child like this child.
Yeah, man. Good work ethic. He has
Yes.
very good work ethic.
Yes.
Mhm.
And him confident. Amari walk in the exam and walk out.
I'm
And
telling
think
you.
him do enough. And think him do. Yes, Mary cry now. When Amari get the exam result, Amari cry.
Yeah.
Because what the results says to Amari,
Mhm.
Amari know that him sorry, him
Mhm.
do more than what it is
Yeah,
saying.
man. He was very confident. I'm
Yes.
telling you.
That even the admat that Amari did.
Mhm.
We never me and mommy was looking for great things, you know.
Mhm.
I was started to wonder now, how will this impact the bigger girl?
Yeah.
That was a concern of ours. But we give thanks to God
Mhm.
that Amari is here and he's well. And we see him going places
Oh, definitely.
because he gave us a glimpse
Of what is possible.
what is possible.
Mhm.
So therefore, no doubt is not in our mind
Yeah.
of what is to come.
Mhm.
So all we need to do, pray that he have the same discipline and the same focus
Mhm.
and the same love for
For
learning.
learning, right?
And then the sky is the limit.
Absolutely, Dad.
There's no stopping.
Absolutely. I
So,
want to.
He's not saying the type of language that I want to hear now about what you want to do, but I wouldn't. I'm not perturbed by it
Mhm.
because all I want him to do is go to school, get the passes, and then he will decide later on, truthfully.
Right.
Yes, because he's young now, so he might see things differently. Time
Yeah,
to
yeah,
come.
definitely.
Yes.
You know,
So,
ambitions change as they
right.
grow older.
So
Mhm.
that's I'm not worried about it,
Okay.
but I know that he has the potential to be who he wants to be.
Definitely.
So that no fears him.
Right.
I just want him to continue and continue on with us prayer. For God protect him and keep him safe. No ailment, no strange sickness,
Mhm.
and everything will be fine.
And he has 2 more siblings coming, right?
Right. And this is a good thing for them because they will see
They will
this.
see it,
Yes. And want to do as good as he did.
right? Or even
And
better.
even better, yes. So
Because as we go, we learn. The parents learning what to do better. The
Yeah.
teacher learning what to do better. The student learning what to do better. So
yes.
each time you go at it, you come in better and better and better.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So we are grateful to God that we come this far and we have results to show.
To show.
Yes,
Right.
for his tireless
Yeah.
hours.
Efforts.
Yes, efforts.
Yeah, we're not making this up.
No, because
This
really
is not story time.
sometimes really look at Amari and say, when they say school tomorrow morning, and get up and him go to the bathroom and him get ready and him in bouncing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And
And we
him
spend
always
hours,
willing, yes.
yeah.
So that attitude there, we just hope that it continue and nothing not come during this transition to do anything
Interfere.
right.
So Amari, you just have to stay closer to mommy and daddy. Now you're going to high school. The peer pressure is real. So you have to stick even closer to mommy and daddy and uncles and aunties and your extended family, right? And of course, I'm always here. Don't forsake me. Don't forget me.
For the
Yeah, just check in on me every now and again, right? All right, so thank you guys for coming and sharing. And I am really just very optimistic about this young man's future. I see a brilliant future. And I'm happy that I was a part of his process and I got the chance to share my skills with him and to learn from him as well. All right, guys, so thank you for joining us. And as usual, stay tuned to the channel, pitch your tent, and watch.